This is Electric Universe Geology Earth News. Today we're going to talk about this area. Here's Las Vegas down here. To the northwest is Yucca Mountain. This is where they're going to bury all of the nuclear waste, right up here. Theoretically, they're going to bury the nuclear waste. They want to. And I think this is the center of a vortex. I think that these mountains over here, actually I have to pull it down a little bit. This is the ridge that comes down all the way around here, and there's a circularity to it that I think matches up with this area as a center. We have circularity over here, and here, and here, and these mountains here. Even here there's a circularity. The Grapevine Mountain here, Grapevine Peak, the ridge is rather circular, with this as a center point. So I think this is a high energy area. There's lots of dolomite. It's the largest dolomite formation in California. Even here where the Sierras are in Mount Whitney, it's recessed in a circular manner, similar to all the other mountain ridges. May or may not have a bearing on this. But this to me is interesting. And if we zoom in, we'll find the town of Beatty right here. This area, it really seems as if the wind was from the northeast blowing to the southwest. There are ridges on the southwest side that look like it was leeward. It's really quite beautiful here. And if you take 95 down here, you get to this area. And it's really interesting because this area trends to the northwest. This area trends to the southeast. They're really quite opposite. And it's very distinct. I'll show you a photograph in a minute. But here's the area I'm referring to. Now we're going to look at some photographs. I'm looking towards the northeast from Highway 95. This area trends to the left. This area trends to the right. They're really distinctively different. A geologist would tell you that this is a sink line, something that got pushed up from below. Hold on a second, let me make sure I got that right. Actually, a geologist would tell you it's an anticline, something that got pushed up from below, right in the middle here. But if that were the case, you'd expect these layers to match up with these layers, and so on and so forth. There should be the same pattern here as here. If something pushed it up from the middle, you would think that would logically follow. But it doesn't seem to be the case. I have some close-ups I can show you now. So this is the left side. There's very distinct patterns. There's dolomite. There's dolomitic marble. There's shale. There's welded tuff. Welded tuff is usually red. All of these layers that I believe are ionically separated, in some cases heated to incandescence, making lithified rock, some cases not. Now we'll look at the east side, or the right side. So here's the right side. The patterns, the colors, are absolutely different. You'd think if something pushed up from the middle, they'd be identical. The whole area would have been different forms of sediment and different types of rock that had intruded, that would all be similar. Pushed up from the middle, you'd have the same pattern on both sides. So to me, this is a red flag. It looks to me like there's an electrical explanation, not just something pushing up from below. Now we're looking at the same formation, but from the opposite side. We're looking towards the southwest now. And you can see the right-hand side trends to the right, left-hand side trends to the left. It's not quite as obvious on the left as it was from the other side. But when you take into account the way it looks from the other side, and you can look at these trending patterns, you can see it trends to the left. And right down here is a gold mine, right in the middle of the two. I don't think it's because this area got pushed up from the middle. I think this is the center of a vortex, and gold was either transmutated or concentrated into this area, which is not what the geologists would tell you. So this is a different way of looking at this area, an electrical way, taking into account plasma physics and eyewitness accounts of dust from the sky creating mountains, red hot dust creating mountains. That's a big clue. Thank you.